Good morning students. Today is 23rd of July and day is Thursday, and today's thought is be thankful for what you have and you will end up having more, and if you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. This is your today's thought. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning children, welcome to the Shivaji Group of Institution online classes. Kids, I am your Hindi teacher. Today I am going to take Hindi literature class. बच्चों, पिछली कक्षा में मैंने आपको हिंदी में पाठ 3 पाठशाला की स्टोरी पढ़ाई थी, जिसमें हमने आपको बालक नरेंद्र की कहानी पढ़ाई थी, जो आगे चलकर क्या बने थे, स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के नाम से प्रसिद्ध हुए थे। तो बच्चों, उससे संबंधित मैंने आपको पुस्तक में अभ्यास कार्य कराए थे और कॉपी में कठिन वर्तनी और शब्दार्थ कराए थे। तो आज मैं आपको आगे कॉपी में उसकी मौखिक अभिव्यक्ति के प्रश्न उत्तर कराने जा रही हूँ। तो सभी बच्चे अपनी हिंदी लिटरेचर की कॉपी निकालेंगे, उसमें हेडिंग डालेंगे मौखिक अभिव्यक्ति, नीचे लिखे प्रश्नों के उत्तर लिखिए। तो चलिए करना शुरू करते हैं। प्रश्न का है, बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार कैसा था? तो बच्चों, बालक नरेंद्र जो थे, आपने कहानी पढ़ी है, उनका व्यवहार कैसा था? वो सबके साथ कैसा व्यवहार करते थे? अच्छा व्यवहार करते थे। तो इसका उत्तर क्या होगा? बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार अच्छा था। बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार कैसा था? बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार अच्छा था। प्रश्न का है, वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास कब हुआ था? जब वेणुगोपाल जी, आपने स्टोरी पढ़ी थी, वेणुगोपाल जी जब नरेंद्र को मार रहे थे, मारते ही जा रहे थे, लेकिन जब काफी देर बाद उनको एहसास हुआ था, तो उन्होंने कैसे एहसास किया था कि वो गलत है? जब उन्होंने भूगोल की पुस्तक के पन्ने पलटे थे, उन्होंने देखा उसमें, तब उनको पता चला था। इसका उत्तर क्या लिखेंगे? भूगोल की पुस्तक देखने के बाद वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ। उन्हें कब गलती का एहसास हुआ था? जब उन्होंने भूगोल की पुस्तक खोली थी, उसमें उन्होंने आंसर देखा था कि संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका की राजधानी क्या है, तब उन्हें अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ था। तो उसमें आप उत्तर वही लिखेंगे, भूगोल की पुस्तक देखने के बाद वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ। प्रश्न का है, स्वामी विवेकानंद भारत को किस दृष्टि से देखते थे? तो बच्चों, उसका उत्तर है, स्वामी विवेकानंद जी भारत को श्रद्धा तथा भाव की दृष्टि से देखते थे। वो भारत को किस दृष्टि से देखते थे? वो भारत के प्रति अपनी श्रद्धा का भाव रखते थे। उनको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी भारत को श्रद्धा तथा भाव की दृष्टि से देखते थे। प्रश्न घ है, बालक नरेंद्र के इस प्रसंग मतलब क्या होता है? घटना से आपको क्या शिक्षा मिलती है? जो ये घटना हुई थी उनके साथ, उससे आपको क्या शिक्षा मिलती है, क्या सीख मिलती है? इसका उत्तर है, बालक नरेंद्र की इस प्रसंग यानी घटना से हमें यह शिक्षा मिलती है कि हमें सदैव सत्य पर टिके रहना चाहिए। क्या शिक्षा मिलती है? कि हमें हमेशा सच बोलना चाहिए, और अगर हम सच है तो हमें उस पर टिके रहना चाहिए। तो इससे हमें क्या शिक्षा मिलती है? बालक नरेंद्र की इस प्रसंग यानी घटना से हमें यह शिक्षा मिलती है कि हमें सदैव सत्य पर टिके रहना चाहिए। एक बार फिर से देखते हैं हम लोग मौखिक अभिव्यक्ति, नीचे लिखे प्रश्नों के उत्तर लिखिए और करना शुरू करेंगे। प्रश्न का है, आपको लिखने के साथ साथ याद भी करना है और आपको कॉपी में बहुत सुंदर हैंडराइटिंग में लिखना है। ठीक है बच्चों? तो चलिए फिर से देखते हैं एक बार। प्रश्न का है, बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार कैसा था? उनका व्यवहार कैसा था? बालक नरेंद्र का व्यवहार अच्छा था। वो सबसे बहुत अच्छे से बात करते थे, सबसे घुल मिलकर रहते थे, उनका व्यवहार बहुत अच्छा था। वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास कब हुआ? प्रश्न का क्या है? वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास कब हुआ? तो इसका उत्तर है, भूगोल की पुस्तक देखने के बाद वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ। इसका उत्तर क्या है? भूगोल की पुस्तक देखने के बाद वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ था। जब उन्होंने भूगोल की किताब खोली, जब उन्होंने देखा कि संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका की राजधानी न्यूयॉर्क नहीं वॉशिंगटन है, मतलब बालक नरेंद्र एकदम सही है, तब उन्हें लगा कि मुझसे तो गलती हो गई, मैंने उसको बेवजह ही खूब मारा, तो उन्हें अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ। भूगोल की पुस्तक देखने के बाद वेणुगोपाल जी को अपनी गलती का एहसास हुआ। प्रश्न गा है, स्वामी विवेकानंद भारत को किस दृष्टि से देखते थे? मतलब वो किस तरह से भारत को देखते थे? स्वामी विवेकानंद जी भारत को श्रद्धा तथा भाव की दृष्टि से देखते थे। वो कैसे देखते थे? स्वामी विवेकानंद जी भारत को श्रद्धा तथा भाव की दृष्टि से देखते थे। प्रश्न घ है, बालक नरेंद्र के इस प्रसंग का मतलब होता है घटना, जो उनकी जो घटना है उससे आपको क्या शिक्षा मिलती? जो आपने स्टोरी पढ़ी, ये पूरी एक उनके साथ एक घटना हुई थी, वो उसको प्रसंग को क्या बोलते हैं? घटना। तो उससे आपको क्या शिक्षा मिलती है? बालक नरेंद्र के इस प्रसंग यानी कि जो ये घटना है पूरी, उससे हमें यह शिक्षा मिलती है कि हमें कभी भी सत्य को नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए। हमें सदैव मतलब हमेशा सत्य मतलब सच पर ही टिके रहना चाहिए, अडिग रहना चाहिए। हम अगर सच्चे हैं तो हमें उससे हटना नहीं चाहिए। ठीक है, तो बच्चों आज मैंने आपको हिंदी में मौखिक अभिव्यक्ति के प्रश्न उत्तर पूरे करा दिए हैं। आगे का मैं आपको अगली कक्षा में कराऊंगी। ये प्रश्न उत्तर आपको अपनी कॉपी में बहुत सुंदर हैंडराइटिंग में लिखने हैं और इनको याद करना है। तो बच्चों आगे का कार्य मैं अगली कक्षा में कराऊंगी। धन्यवाद, आपका दिन शुभ हो।
A very good morning to the students and everyone those who are watching this video. I am your teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. Here, welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your second period and I am going to start the exercise and written work of your chapter number 3rd, that is tit for tat. As we know that we have completed the story of this chapter in the previous videos. Now it's time to complete the exercise and go for written work. But before starting the exercise or written work, I need to recall the story of this chapter, tit for tat. Once upon a time, there was a rich merchant, Hiralal, lived in his city. But after some crisis or some time, he had a loss in his business. So that loss made him poor. He was very displeased with his condition or not very happy with his condition. So he decided to move to the abroad by selling all his things to gain money from the abroad. So for moving to the abroad, he sold out everything except iron rod of weight 100 kilogram, and he decided to meet his best friend Mahinder before moving to the abroad. Then he moved to the Mahinder's house to meet him. Then Mahinder listened all his story told by the Hiralal about his loss in business and about his condition. He was looking very unhappy with listening to his condition. Then Mahinder asked to the Hiralal that if you want any help, you can ask me. Then Hiralal asked to the Mahinder that, yes, of course, you can hold my iron rod until when I came back from abroad. Then Mahinder agreed with the Hiralal that of course I will take care of your iron rod. Then Hiralal went to the one country to another country for gaining money, and when he gained enough money, he thought that why he should not establishing his business in his native city. Then he decided to move to the native city. Then he came back, and one day he decided to meet the Mahinder, means his best friend, to take back that iron rod. When he moved to the Mahinder's house and asked about his iron rod, then he said that iron rod was eaten by rat. Sorry, I can't give back that iron rod to you. Then Mahendra thinks that I am sure he is not interested to give me that iron rod back to me. Then he put a plan in his mind and he asked the Mahendra that I have bought an expensive gift for you. So, but I have forgotten it at my home. Can you send your son to take that expensive gift? Then Mahendra was very happy with listening that Hiralal bought an expensive gift for me. So he asked his son that you can move with the Hiralal, means you can move with the uncle Hiralal and to take that expensive gift. When they are moving towards the house and when they reach the Hiralal's house, he gives some cookies, chocolates and toys to play and eat to the Bholu. Then after playing with the toys, after eating, Bholu got tired and slept at Hiralal's home. Then when Bholu didn't get back to his home until it's evening, then Mahendra came to the Hiralal's house to know where is his son. Then Hiranal asked the Mahendra that when we are moving towards my house, an eagle came down and catch up your child and flew away. And I'm sorry, I can't do anything with that when the eagle is catching up your child. I'm really sorry, Mahendra, and I feel very unhappy for you. Then Mahendra said, what disgusting talk you are talking about? How can an eagle get up and how can an eagle come and catch up a 10-year-old boy? It's impossible. You have to come to the court for this abduction. Then Hiralal agreed to him that of course we can move to the court, and when they are reaching court, Hiralal means Mahendra tell all about his story that Hiralal abducted my son. He said that an eagle came down and catch up his 10-year-old child. Then judge was really surprised with the story of Mahendra and asked that what foolish you are talking about. How can a 10-year-old? Then judge asked the Hiralal, how can an eagle catch up a 10-year-old boy? It's impossible. And what was the real story? Tell me. Then Hiralal narrated all the story that how can he avoid or refuse to give that iron rod back to the Hiralal. And this is all story is about cheating. Then Mahendra feel very guilty that he have to give his iron rod back to him when he came back from abroad. He started the chapter of cheating. That's why he got a revenge from Hiralal, his best friend, that he got cheated. That's why he made a plan of this. So Mahendra asked to the judge that he will never cheat everyone. He will never cheat everyone in his life, and he feels sorry for all the story. And then they both got their rods and son respectively. Okay, so this story is all about cheating, that you have to be truthful to everyone, to every relation, that if you are making promise, you can stay with that, and don't tell a lie to anyone, and don't cheat anyone in your life. Okay, so students, we have recorded the story, and now it's time for the exercise that we have to do. Exercise first of all in your book, then you have to do in your notebook. So students, open your book at page number 23. Okay. In page number 23, the first exercise is write T for true and F for false. Write true or false. You have to do this in your book. I am writing only true or false after reading the statement from the book. Okay. First one. Hiralal was a farmer? No. He was a merchant. So it is false. Second one. Hiralal gave an iron beam to his friend for safekeeping? Yes. Hiralal gave his iron rod to the Mahinder to keeping it safely. Third one. In very short period of time, Mahinder became rich merchant? No. Hiralal became rich merchant. So it's false. Fourth one. An owl picked up Mahinder's son? No. An eagle picked up Mahinder's son. Fifth. Mahinder was ashamed of his behavior? Yes, of course. At last, he felt that he did cheating with the Hiralal husband. So it's true. Okay. First one false. Second one true. Third one false. Fourth one false. And fifth one true. Okay. So here the second exercise is take the correct option. Take the correct option. Okay. First one, Hiralal sold all his belongings except option A furniture, option B an iron beam, option C silver spoons, option D wooden box. So the correct answer is an iron beam. Second one, the name of Mahinder's son was option A Ramu, option B Sanju, option C Golu, option 4 Sarikant. So the correct option is Golu. Third one, Mahinder said that the iron beam was eaten by option A birds, option B squirrels, option C rats, option D dogs. So the correct answer is rats. Fourth one, what did Hiralal bring for his friend? Option A silver ring, option B a beautiful painting, option C expensive gift. So the correct answer is expensive gift. Okay. So students, we will complete till exercise B today, and a homework for you all means write down your homework. Find out the vocab section exercise. In your and page number 25. Means we have completed the pick the correct option and true or false. So in homework you have to find out the exercise that are given in page number 25 in the vocabulary section. In the first, you have to take the correct homonyms, and in the second question, correct the wrong homonyms in the following sentences. So students, that's all for today, and in the next video we will start after the exercise B or the written work. Okay students, that's all for today. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Good morning students, this is your history teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. I welcome you all in the online classes. So students, this is your in the last classes we have started the reading of chapter 2. Chapter 1 is the Northern Mountains. And in that chapter we had read about the Northern Mountains, the life of the people who live in Northern Mountains. And we have read 3 mountain ranges of Himalaya. And then we have read about the importance of Himalayas. And last we have read about the 7 states which are located in northeast of India. Those are known as 7 Sisters of India. So after that we had started the written work of this chapter. So in the last classes we have done some of the exercises of this chapter, and in the last lecture we have started the written work, the exercise of this chapter, which is short answers, and in that we have done 2 short answers of this chapter. So today we will write the rest of the short answers of this chapter. So students, take out your notebook, open that page where you wrote the 2 short answers, and then after that on the next line write question number 3 of short answer. So the third question is, how do rivers originate in the Himalayas? And the answer is when the glacier start melting and when they reach when the glaciers start melting and when they reach warmer regions, the ice melts, and a river originate. So the question is, how do river originate in the Himalayas? So when the glacier, I've told what are glaciers? Big ice sheets on the mountains are called glacier. So when the glaciers start melting and when they reach in warmer regions, the ice melts and the river originate. When the ice melts, when the ice melts, it takes the place of water. So in that way, when the glacier melts, a river originates. Question 2 is, why is it important? Question 4 is, why is it important to set up the national parks in the country? it is important. It is important to set up the national parks in the country. So the question is, why is it important to set up the national parks in the country? So, as in the chapter we had read about that many forests are destroyed by the peoples for wood, for timber and farmland. So, to stop deforestation, I have explained that what is deforestation. Deforestation means cutting trees in a large scale. So, to stop deforestation and to protect animals. So as we all know that wild animals lives in forest, but when the forests will destroy, where they will live? So to stop deforestation and to protect animals, it is important to set up the national parks in the country where we can do the largest tree plantation in a large scale, and we can give homes, shelters to the wild animals. That's why it is important to set up the national parks in our country. Now I'm going to recall it again. The first question is, how do rivers originate in the Himalayas? And the answer is, when the glaciers start melting and when they reach warmer regions, the ice melts and a river originates. Question 4 is, why is it important to set up the national parks in the country? And the answer is, to stop deforestation and to protect animals, it is important to set up the national park in the country. Now I'm going to rub this and I'm having the question 5. Question 5 is, what are the occupation? What are the occupation of the people of Tripura? And the answer is, the people of the state, the people of the state Tripura makes beautiful things. Beautiful things from cane and bamboos. The question is, what is the occupation of the people of Tripura? And the answer is, the people of the state Tripura makes beautiful things from cane and bamboo. So students, today we will do only this exercise. Now short answers are complete. Now note down today's homework. Your today's homework is you have to learn the name of the 28 states with their capitals, which are given in lesson number 1. So students, that's all for today. Thank you for attending this class. Now we will meet in our next class.
Hello, good morning students. I welcome you all in your online classes. I am your math A very good morning to the students and everyone those who are watching this video. I am your teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. We welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your third period and I am going to start the written work, means exercise work of your chapter number 3rd, that is the digestive and excretory system. So, before starting the exercise or written work, let me tell you that in this chapter we have studied about the digestive system of humans, that what is the digestive system of humans, from where it starts. It starts from mouth and ends at anus. And the organs of the digestive system are mouth, food pipe, liver, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. It starts from mouth and ends at anus. These two helps to release the digestive juices for the process of digestion, and rest of the organs are involved in the digestion process. Okay. Food then moves to the food pipe, and where the muscle helps to push out the food into the stomach, and food stays here for 4 to 5 hours for some hours, and HCl present in the stomach helps to liquefy the solid food. Then it moves to the small intestine where absorption process occur, and the rest of the absorption process occur in the small intestine. And then the undigested food moves to the rectum and stays for some time, and then anus helps to release out the food from the body. Okay, so these are the organs of the digestive system, and the process of digestive system starts from mouth and ends at anus. And here the role of liver and pancreas are: liver helps to release out the bile juice which helps to break down fats, and pancreas release the pancreatic juice which helps in the process of digestion. Okay, and then we have already read about the need of chewing food. The chewing food is very necessary that it helps to break down the large pieces into small pieces. It helps in the digestion. Okay, it helps to release saliva to make the food soften and moist to move to the food pipe easily. And for the rest of the process, then the excretory system of humans, as we know that the removal of undigested food is called excretion, and in excretion there is a main excretory system, that is kidney, and kidney also contains 4 parts, which are pair of kidney, pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and the last one, urethra. Okay, kidney helps to filter down the blood and remove out the liquid waste material to the urinary bladder with the help of ureter. Ureter helps to pass the urine from kidney to the urinary bladder, and then here the urine stored for some time, and during urination muscles are contracted and relaxed and produce a pushing process to leave out the urine with the help of urethra from the body. Okay, so the last topic was need of water for digestion and excretion. Water is very essential part of our body, as we know that it weighs about 3 to 4th part of third or fourth part of our body, and we need to drink 8 to 10 glass of water daily, and it helps in the process of digestion. It helps to means drinking a lot of water daily helps to avoid constipation that are having when there is insufficient water in our body. Okay, and the last topic was healthy habits for digestion and excretion. Means there are some healthy habits that you have to follow for proper digestion. Okay, wash your hands before and after having meals. Chew the food properly. Do exercise and yoga. Don't drink lot of water at the time of eating and just after even eating. Drink water after 30 minutes of having meal. Don't go for sleep and to play games after eating food. Just take about a rest and take a slow walk after having meal, and eat lots of fruits and vegetables that works as surface to remove the undigested food from our body. Okay, so these are the conclusion of your chapter number 3, which is the digestive and excretory systems. So students, open your book at page number 37. Here are the keywords. First one, digestion, the process of breaking down food into simple form. Second one, alimentary canal, a tubular structure consisting of organs such as mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So students, these are the keywords that we have used in the 3rd chapter, and this is your homework that you all have to learn these keywords. Okay, from page number 37. Then students, open your book at page number 38. Come to your exercise. First of all, you have to do your exercise in your book. Then you have to do in your notebook. Okay? I am writing only answers in the board, and you have to take the correct options in your book and rest of the exercise first of all in your book. So the first exercise is take the correct answers. Okay. First one. The liver helps in breaking down of option A protein, option B fat, option C mineral, option D sugar. And the correct answer is fats. Okay. Second one. Digestion of food starts in our means digestion of food starts from mouth and ends at anus. So the correct answer is mouth. Third one, esophagus is also called option A pancreas, option B windpipe, option C food pipe, and D1 liver. So the correct answer is food pipe. Fourth one, the undigested part of the food leaves the body through means the undigested part, the part which have not digested in the whole digestion process, it will release with the help of option A anus, option B large intestine, option C small intestine, and the D1 stomach. And the correct answer is anus. Fifth one, where is urine collected before passing out of the body? Option A kidney, option B ureter, option C urine, urinary bladder, option B, urethra. So the correct answer is urinary bladder. Okay, and it is released out from the body with the help of urethra. So students, there are 5 different correct answers, and next fill in the blanks and true false we will do in the next video. Okay, so write down your homework. Learn the keywords of chapter 3rd and try to find out the exercises. Okay, so students, that's all for today and have a great day.
Good morning friends, I am your computer teacher from Shivaji Group of Institution. In previous class I told you some point about third chapter, and today I will start this chapter further. So students, our first heading is using the undo and redo option. Lesson third is using the undo and redo option. Redo option. The undo and redo option are present on the quick access toolbar. Undo and redo options are present on the quick access toolbar. Number first is the undo option is used to cancel the last action done in the document. The undo option is used to the cancel the last action done in the document. Done in the document. First point, the undo option is used to the cancel the last action done in the document. By undo command, we can cancel the last action done in the document. It means undo option से हम cancel the last action, जो भी हमने डॉक्यूमेंट में लास्ट एक्शन लास्ट परफॉर्म किया होगा, उस चीज को एडिट किया है, टेक्स्ट को चेंज किया है, उसको हम कैंसिल कर सकते हैं बाय अनडू ऑप्शन. सेकेंड, द redo ऑप्शन इज used to cancel the action of the undo option. Second point is the redo option is used to cancel the action, the undo option, the cancel the, and by redo option we can cancel the last action of undo option. It means by redo option हमने जो undo से जो भी फंक्शंस को चेंज किया था उस एक्शन को हम redo ऑप्शन से कैंसिल कर सकते हैं by redo option. I repeat again. Number first, the undo option is used to cancel the last action done in the document. By undo command, we can cancel the last action of the document, and by redo command, we can cancel the last action of undo option. Next is let's review. Let's review. Step 2 or false. Number first is you can select text only with a mouse. You can select text only with a mouse. Number first, you can select text only with a mouse. This is false because we can select the text with a mouse and with a keyboard. So this statement is false. First one, you can select the text with a mouse. आप केवल माउस से ही टेक्स्ट को सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं? नहीं, हम माउस एंड कीबोर्ड दोनों से ही टेक्स्ट को सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे you can select text only with a mouse. This is false. Second, a character is a letter, number, a symbol. Second is a character is a letter, number, or symbol. This statement is true. Character is a letter like A, B, C, D, E, F, J, and number 1, 2, 3, any number 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, and a symbol, any symbol, comma, space, slash, multiplication, division, plus, minus. This statement is true. And third, a line of text, can be selected by double clicking anywhere, double clicking anywhere on the word, Third is a line of text can be selected by double clicking anywhere on the word. This statement is false, because if we want to select a line of text, then we have to click on selection bar option. options. The undo and redo options are present on the quick access toolbar. The undo and redo options are present on the quick access toolbar. This is true. I'll repeat again. Number first, you can select text only with the mouse. False, because we can select the text with the mouse and with the keyboard. Second, a character is a letter, number or symbol. Yes, a character is a letter, any A to Z, and a number and a symbol. Third, a line of text can be selected by double clicking anywhere on the word. No, this is false, because if we want to select a line of text, then we have to click on selection bar option. Number 4, the undo and redo options are present on the quick access toolbar. Yes, this is true. The undo and redo option are present on the quick access toolbar. So friends, that's all for today. And today your homework is learn long answer of lesson first. Today your homework is learn the long answer of lesson first. Thank you friends.